And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
those
guys.
guys. What's going on? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Wednesday night with those guys, and we are here. This is where we talk about everything in the drone world and promote the usage of drones. And as you know, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those guys.
guys. So, how is the weather where you are? It's been raining like hell here. It's windy and it's been storming. So, ooh, damn, it's ugly. But this morning it wasn't too bad. You know, actually, when I went out, I went by one of the sites and stuff to check it out this morning around 7 o'clock and see where they were. I wasn't looking too bad over there, the wind and stuff like that. But the sun was out. Now, ooh, look at the hawk. The wind is out there. Lawrence, you used to see the tree out there dancing.
Oh, they were dancing this all day today. We're over here where I'm at.
Yeah, man. So what's going on, everybody? What's going on? How's the weather where you are? Is the storm bothering you? If not, and you've been able to get out and fly, tell me how the weather is where you are and if you've been able to get out and fly. So what's up with you, Lawrence?
Not a whole lot. It's another week, another Wednesday night with those guys. Freezing here across the pond.
Mm-hmm.
Snow is on its way, SJM says. Yeah. Hey, Corey, what's good? How are you? We got that
Oh, what's
landing
good,
gear
bro?
that you won coming out to you shortly. I'm good, Herman. Really. And not a whole lot's going on. Congratulations to Recovery One. How are you, Draymond? He'll be starting a live stream on
Amen.
on January 28th.
All right.
Interested to see how that comes out. So congratulations to you on starting that. All in all, I'm fine. I have a
Mm-hmm.
drone. I finally have a tiny whoop that I
Mm-hmm.
could fly, but I can't fly it because the weather is whack outside.
Fly it in the house. Well, you guys make sure
Well,
you guys
I have
get this
four
stream.
batteries coming tomorrow. I only have one battery now, so
Wait for it.
after tomorrow it's on.
When did you say that Draymond stream was starting? Is Sunday, right?
January 28th at 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time or 9 p.m. New York City Eastern Standard Time.
All right, you guys make sure you get out there and check out that stream.
Yes, and show Draymond support. He comes by your channels, he shows everyone support, so support him on his grand opening there. Grand opening, like we open in a store. That's how programmed I am from retail world. Waypoint says plenty of wind and rain overnight. I do know from Rhode Island, actually from Boston down
Oh,
to Florida, there was
oh,
at one time during the day yesterday, it was raining along the whole northeastern coast of the United States.
somebody got good weather.
Somebody got good weather, yeah. It wasn't on the East Coast. 7 here, 29 degrees, windy as hell. 40 right now with trees swaying, thunderstorms and tornado watch. Returns on Friday, John says, down where he's at. JC flying.
So I guess we're all grounded, huh?
Yeah, I told you, up and down
Well,
the East Coast.
China's on the East Coast, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But how are you? What's going on with you?
I'm here. I'm looking at this ugly weather. I have to get on a video for something. But I'm good. I mean, I've just been doing a lot of running around and taking care of a lot of business because you know, with my situation, I things I had to take care of and stuff like
Hmm.
that, for my father and stuff like that. So I'm taking care of those things, getting through that. Man, I'm back trying to get back slowly but surely, totally into what I'm doing with the drones and
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's life happens, and then you have to put some things on pause. I get it. Hey, Dan, I fixed it. I'm here
I stayed
because
where
I'm
I was
insanely good looking.
at. I was able to maintain until, get my head.
I may have to mute my mic only because the doorbell just rang.
Uh-oh. Were you going to fight with somebody over there? So if you see Lars disappear off screen, that's because he got tackled out of his seat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's solicitors. It's solicitors at the door.
Well, what he wanted to know. You want to
No,
increase
no,
your
you want to,
cable?
no, you want to change your cable service or your internet service, blah, 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 blah.
Mm,
Yeah.
okay.
Dan, how are you, man? Hope all is well. But
Or
anyway,
or increase your cable service.
yeah, to how would you say, pay more,
Yeah, it's never pay any less.
you know.
That's maybe in the
Listen,
first month.
listen, see, I'm trying to be nice here. I'm speaking softly, but it'd be like, close the fucking door. But I'm not. Hey, John Olson, what's good, man? How are you? Hope all is
What's
well.
going on, John Olson?
You
Well,
guys didn't hear that from me.
but who's here in the chat? I mean, we got how many people watching?
I don't know. It says 12 watching now.
Oh, okay.
Brooklyn Jimmy, what's good? Okay, I'll start from the bottom. What's up, Brooklyn Jimmy, John Olson, JC Flying, Dan the man, I fix shit, drone worship, Waypoint, New England, Draymond Recovery, SJM, Corey, YACL from New York. Who else is here? Who else is in here? I guess I got every One Vision Aerial was here also. I
Yeah,
see.
yeah, yeah. You got Waypoint, right?
Yes, definitely. We appreciate
SJM.
all you guys. Oh, he says he just got the firehouse strobe, so I can see my drone further out. It's a good move. You need to fly with a strobe here in
Uh-oh.
New York, especially.
I can see it now, boy, when the beyond visual line of sight starts. Guys gonna be wrapping their drone in Christmas tree lights.
They're already doing it in the world of FPV. The FPV drones are so light, it's lit up so well that you can see them for a good bit, for a good distance. But I
Those,
understand what you're saying. But
those
that,
that have so many strobes on their drones, then guys will be out there flying. No, that's my drone right there. No, that's my drone. No, that's
right?
your drone over there. No, that's my drone right there.
Could you imagine an unorganized drone light show? Everybody got strobes on it, flying around. That would be interesting. And quick question out there for you guys in the chat. When you fly at night or during the day, do you put a
Mhm.
strobe on your drone?
There's no
Good
reason to
question,
put it
right?
on during the day.
Good question. I know, but there are some people that do it. No, there are people that actually do it.
I
I
know,
know
but I'm just saying, like,
I don't particularly either, but I know a gentleman out in the Midwest that puts a drone on and
mhm.
he's convinced that he's doing the right thing and he just wants to make sure. And I'm not mad at him for it. See,
Okay.
JC says both. JC says both during the day, at Brooklyn Jimmy at night. Okay. See, that's good to know. At night, everybody should have one, especially since they changed the rules and we can fly at night now legally,
Word,
right? There was
word.
a time you couldn't fly at night.
When?
A little while back in
I don't remember that.
early 2021,
Who's been
22.
flying at night since been?
Well, not everyone does it. And now that the FAA says you can fly at night, everyone's doing it.
Really?
And Brooklyn Jimmy says always at night before it disappears. Yeah, I hear you. But
No,
anyway,
seriously,
what do you
guys are
got
flying
planned?
at night for the longest time.
Yeah, I know
The
we have.
argument, the argument was always, oh, the Part 107 had restrictions at night.
Yes.
And
And
then
now
technically it turns out that that was actually the hobbyist that
I
supposedly
know that's funny, right?
restrictions. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff with that. But the whole issue of flying over people. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The right now, what is it? The minis can do it if
Yes.
you have the prop guard duck
Yes. If you have prop guards, you can.
the fully covered. Yeah, they have the then was it like $30 for that cage
For the
setup?
prop guards?
Yeah, for the cage setup for the mini. It's like $30.
I couldn't tell you the exact price, but it's probably around there.
Yeah, it's like
Hold
30.
on. You guys remember I flew the Mini 2 at the hotel? Yes, I do remember, John. He was asking to remember when he flew the Mini 2 that night.
Yeah.
He had a strobe on the Mini 2 that night.
And
Huh?
and
What's the matter? Um, nothing, nothing at all.
you gonna catch a beating over there?
Stop, stop. I don't know why my eye is like dried out.
Uh-oh.
I don't understand this about
No.
Zoom. I
What?
sign in to
Oh,
Zoom, so it would know who I am because I use my Google account.
did it
And
ask you?
every time I do a live stream, it asks me to sign in again.
Hmm, I
Why?
don't know. Doesn't
Why?
like
Why? There's no remember me option or anything like that.
you sure?
Yeah,
Doesn't like you.
that's a possibility.
I can't account it to being anything else. I mean, you know, what do you think?
Yeah, John, I do. Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer, how are you? Hey,
Yeah.
Johnny Drone Flyer saying hello, Herman. John Olson, I do
Listen,
agree with you. Flying with the strobe at night will help you out if you have issues seeing your drone during the day. Um, if you place the strobe on the bottom of the drone without affecting the sensors, that's possible, or maybe on the back of the drone, that's possible. But just sometimes if it's too bright out, you're just not going to see it.
you know what, John? I think you got issues.
Herman, I was all sauced up. Probably doesn't matter. Oh, her, John, behave, John.
John got issues.
I know, I know, I know. But anyway, welcome to
No,
Wednesday night with those guys. We're gonna have a good night tonight. We have a good
huh?
night every time we
Really?
do a stream.
Really?
That's how I feel.
Where you at there? Oh,
What?
okay, I see what I said.
Oh, wait a minute. How did that picture change?
Because you doing things that how they say it, you just doing too much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you know what it is? No,
we
you
was
know what it
talking
is?
about the
I
stickers.
signed in. I signed in
Hmm.
on Zoom. So now it has the picture. It keeps a photo library when you're signed in and when you're not signed in.
Hmm. Okay.
That's what it is.
Well, remember when what's up, Jeff? When we were talking
Hey,
about
Jeff.
the stickers.
Yes.
Okay, and you asked me if I had an Air Peak sticker, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I gave them all away.
Yeah.
Just
Yeah,
going
I see.
through some stuff, and I found that one Air Peak sticker left.
I did notice it, and I was going to say something about it. I definitely was. I was going to mention it for sure.
Yeah.
I was like, wait a minute, is this a paid advertisement or what?
No, no, because what? Idiot old
I
fucker.
remember you
He
went to the
paid me to go
demonstration.
to
Hey,
this
Copper
MSI,
State
but
Aerial. Good evening. How are you?
DJI ain't paying me neither. That shit is there,
Happy New Year, Jeff. Hope all is well.
you know. But yeah, I mean, you know, talking about DJI. DJI, supposedly, started the year off with a bang over in what, the UK,
Yes.
then in the EU,
Yes, they
in
did.
the European Union and in the UK because supposedly with the geofencing, and supposedly not since what is it, the remote ID and with the drone um what is it, designations, the aircraft categories.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, since they've had a major update to the system or the interface of the software, I should say. But apparently over in the EU and the UK, they're going to be I don't know, I don't know. They can't say it's a major update to the geofencing, and I'm just curious to know how major that is because I thought that things were going to probably be a little bit more lenient, but no.
Well, to be honest, when I saw this, I was surprised that geofencing, I'm sure there was some type of geofencing, and Stephen from the Flyby guys can confirm this. I'm sure there was some type of geofencing in the applications in the UK and the Europe and European Union. I
Mhm.
didn't know that it wasn't as sophisticated as here in the United States. Here in the United States, they have geofences around things that aren't even in existence anymore. It's so crazy over here.
So you can't take off in the bathroom?
I wouldn't try that, but in fact, my bathroom isn't big enough for that. But I have seen some that could you could probably fly a drone in. And I'm not saying a tiny whoop. But getting back to the story, the fact that the European Union and the UK had this geo fencing, they've updated this app specifically with this geofencing app. It they're adding to the already pre-existing app, this update, basically.
Okay.
Um, What's weird about it is I thought that they were sophisticated. Like I said, I keep repeating it because I refuse to believe in all these places, Belgium, Denmark, Switzerland, France, Ireland, Germany. They didn't have as many geofences as we have here in the United States. What's up with that?
No, I don't know. I don't work for DJI. Now what's this here with Johnny Page?
In fact, you remember at one time for DJ, we had so many geofences, your people wanted to complain to DJI. Where I used to live, there's a heliport that's been non-working for at least 20 years plus, and it still has a yellow geofence around it as an active airport, active helipad. There's a new building, everything is new there, but they still have on the map as it a helipad was there.
Mm, I don't know.
So now I guess they're going through the same thing over in the UK and European Union.
Upstate. Well, you know what? They really need to clean it up,
They do.
and like straighten it out, and because even here, right, with the geofencing, and I always thought it was kind of weird because you could fly into some of these geofences.
Mm-hmm.
You can actually like okay, I often wonder if the UN is geofenced
It's
because
not.
you could actually fly into that area.
You can, and what's strange is now you can. It's true. You can fly into and the area where the UN is, and I believe it should be geofenced off as well. I'm with you 100%, 1000% on that, and I wonder why not.
I
It's
never
not.
understood.
I mean, I've seen
I mean,
pictures.
it'll tell you that you probably flew into
It
the
no, it
geofence.
does tell you that there's something you're crossing an area that it has restricted airspace. It will tell you that where you're coming close to it, but you can still keep flying. A real geofence would actually stop the drone from moving forward. We've experienced that at job sites. We've experienced it recreationally, right, Herman? Where
Yeah,
you've hit a fence
I
or
just don't
wall.
understand that with some of and then there's areas that there are no operations going on there.
What happened?
There are areas where there are no operations, like the spot you mentioned in Rockaway,
Mm-hmm.
and
Right. Like it's a public park.
it's still in the geo zone.
Right. It's a public park. And for some reason, this particular park has a small geofence around the parky house. Those of you who don't know who live in the States, a parky house is a little house where the guy who cleans the park has his brooms and garbage bags, and maybe they have a little concession stand. There's a geofence around this particular part. And if you try to fly, I remember my Phantom 4 would slide along the border of it. I don't understand, but they've resolved that issue. Good evening, Jerry Franks. How are you? Warren, what's good?
Shoe, Jerry. Now what's going on here with Jeff?
Depending on the company to help with geofencing is foolish. It should be run by the FAA so it will be consistent among all drones. This is true in the real
Okay,
world, Jeff.
I understand what you're saying, but when you say dependent on the company, I'm talking about this drone, the same drone flying in different areas
Yes.
and noticing that you can fly into certain areas, but you can't fly in others.
Well, see, here's my
And,
problem because
and the sensitivity of both areas to me are just as great, if not greater.
I agree with you, but here's my problem. That same heliport that's been shut down for 20 years plus, at
Mhm,
one time, about 3 years ago, and this it's dating myself in the drone community, but at one time, 2 to 3 years ago,
mhm, mhm,
DJI gave you the option to report an area that was a no-fly zone,
mhm.
well, geofenced, geofenced
Right.
off or no-fly zone area that needed to be updated, and they never did anything. You sent them information. I did it with the place out in Far Rockaway with the heliport.
And
I
it's
said
still
this
on.
area has been shut down for 20 plus years. I even sent pictures, and it's still an active
Who
heliport
you send it to?
to DJI. There used to be a
Oh,
time you could complain to them
I don't
for
think they have
geofence
any
areas,
control over it.
and they don't. They don't. They don't. I found that out. FAA has restricted areas and DJI is similar but different areas. I hate differences between them. Hey, Stephen, flyby guys. How are you, Stephen? Hope all
Stephen,
is well.
no, I get what you're saying, Jeff. I just think that it's weird
It is.
that you can fly into the area of the UN and take the same drone and go fly by certain jails and can't get in
Right.
the area, but then this guy's flying over jails and dropping shit in these jails. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
yeah, I don't get that. Right. One of the job sites that Herman and I work on, there's a jail across the street from the building. And we know where the border is because we know how far to go and all of that. And we've worked around it, but here it is, guys flying over jails in the Midwest and dropping shit in them with drones, like you said, Herman.
well, I can understand where the geo zone is not in that area. I just don't understand why they're not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is true. Now, only because through experience, Herman and I know, and because the DJI drone lets you know you will be crossing the flight path of a restricted airspace or something to that effect. But you could be flying along and have no idea and just be sliding along the outside. Do the police use it as an emergence landing area? No, they do not. This is a prison. It's a prison in Brooklyn, across the street from a job site,
It's
and
a juvenile detention center.
it's a prison. Okay, sorry for you, for those of you out there that care about how it's worded, it's a juvenile detention center for badass kids. But that's not necessarily true. I digress.
Yeah, okay. I don't really care what kind of business they do in there. I'm just saying I'm just telling you what
But
it is.
this story with the UK, Stephen can maybe Stephen, well, Stephen, he does know about it. The UK and the
Right,
European Union, getting this gigantic DJI Geo update. Now, when I
right.
click on it, it talks about how much more detailed this DJI update will make geofencing. You will see it on the map. I'm actually going to open up a separate window. Sharing is on, Herman?
I don't know why we gonna stay on this.
Well, okay, next.
Yeah, keep going. Say what you're gonna say.
I but this is I was seriously under the impression that computer's moving a little slow there.
Mm-mm.
That's
Okay.
not good. I hit share. All right,
Uh,
so whenever you decide
okay.
to share, let me know.
Who?
My computer. I click share and
Oh
all
my!
right, it did not. It says Zoom is not responding. Zoom just shut down.
They
Zoom just crashed.
don't like you.
Okay, here it is. All right, but I pulled this page up here to
Well,
show
you
the
can't
actual.
close that because nothing is on your screen.
All right, I'm trying. I'm trying to. I don't know what the hell is going on here. All right, that's closed.
All right.
What is this window opening up? Save as. I didn't ask for that crap.
Uh-oh. This computer is going haywire again.
Okay, that's shut down. I am back.
Uh-oh. What happened,
All
Lawrence?
right, I'm back.
So,
Oh,
so
yeah, the heliport you're talking about, John. Yeah, it's I don't know. The police do not use it. It's no longer a heliport. There's a building there. Go ahead, Herman.
it's nothing anymore, right?
Yeah, correct. There's a building there
No.
where the heliport is. Hey,
Um,
Bill, coast to coast.
what do I know? But yeah, you know what's crazy?
What's that?
They run though. There's scams online all day running heavy, boy. If you click on some of that stuff, mm. But yeah, you know what else I wanted to mention to you, or mention to everyone in hey, what's oh what
One
what
Vision, how are you?
yeah, what's up, man? And Bill,
Herman broke it.
coast to coast.
Herman broke it. He broke
I
my
didn't
computer.
I didn't touch it. Now, what I was gonna say to you, right? Or what I was trying to mention was CES 2024 kicked off yesterday. Was that Tuesday,
Mm-hmm.
January 9th? Yeah, it's supposed to run through Friday, the 12th of this month, this year. It's in Las Vegas, across cross venues. I think it's at what they said is at the convention center and also
Mm-hmm.
the Venetian Expo. Yeah, and
Computer electronics show.
yeah, uh-huh.
Everything
Because
that go ahead.
it's something that I had wanted to check out this year. I was supposed to do it, and there was a few things that was going on with me, and I had to say no because
Yeah, yeah. We did plan to be there this year. It
you
would have
know,
been nice to go live from there this year.
oh yeah, I mean, don't worry about it. There's other things, but I'm just saying that things that happened with me was going on. I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. And then now all the free time in the world go,
Right, exactly.
but it's all right. It'll be another. There'll be others.
Yeah, you see what Jeff Norman put? He says buy a Mac, more stable. PCs are as stable as Kanye and Adderall and with Adderall. Jeff, I like my computer on Adderall. I will never own a Mac. I will never buy a Mac. I will never own an iPhone. I will never buy an iPhone, nor do I like green eggs and ham. Sam, I am.
No, no,
That's
no,
just, I've
no.
always been a PC person, Android person. I'm sorry. Loyalty to the end.
Mm, 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 mm.
When you just
Captain Ray, what's
guys,
going on, man?
hey, you guys just got a new new cameras. Because them iPhone cameras were jacked up, bro. I digress. Let's keep
You
on
know
with
what
the
was also,
Autel, with the ad stuff. Come on.
but you know what I thought was crazy though with
Hey,
that
Ray Kelly.
when they used to talk about the Android having the big screen,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, yo, I don't know. I mean, if you if you know better, you do better. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I agree.
And then all of a sudden they came out with a larger screen.
Hey, Jim's drawing. Yes, yeah, I know. But getting back to these drones, this advertisement and fake advertisement, because there
Fake.
were fake photos put out there
Whoa, whoa,
on the
whoa, whoa,
internet.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Where you at?
What? What happened?
Was just talking about CES.
Oh, damn, I'm jumping ahead. I'm sorry. Because I want to talk about this story. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Whoa, whoa,
CES.
whoa, whoa, whoa.
We're still in on CES. I'm sorry.
No, I just didn't know where you was at. You confused me for a minute. But uh, yeah, but like I was saying to you before, because as you know, this is Wednesday night with those guys, right? And Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys. Salute.
Right. Salute. Only problem
But
is,
yeah, you was talking about drones. I want to
yes.
talk about drones too. But what I want to talk about what's new with Autel and some of the sneak peeks and leaks and rumors and all kind of stuff that's been floating around and this, that, and here and the other thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because last week we saw what was it, a label supposedly was out there, FCC ID number.
Yeah, right here.
Yes, we did see that label with the
Yeah.
Federal, Communication Commission.
Right here.
Yep, that was it. That was the one. So Autel's supposed to have this Alpha drone or whatever it's supposed to be, new Alpha drone that's supposed to be set to compete with what, the Matrice 30?
So they claim.
Right, okay. And they say it has some significant improvements over the, what was it, the Evo, was it Max?
Yes. Yes.
We're talking about 15-minute flight time, 33 time, 35 time optical zoom.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, okay. Uh, with the was it 12-mile, 20-kilometer transmission range?
Mm-hmm.
As and said it has 360-degree obstacle avoidance.
Yeah. Yep.
So I don't know. Um, what's so crazy that I'm seeing here now, this thing's talking about this Titan drone,
Mm-hmm.
right? The Titan drone. Now the
Yes.
Titan drone, I guess, is supposed to compete with, I guess, DJI. I don't know why we could talk this compete shit, but there's a whole lot of other people with delivery drones out there, and you got to find somebody that's going to use
You
that.
gotta pick on it. You gotta pick on the giant in the company. Don't start low with like
Well, I mean, I have no need to deliver anything. So my thing is this. You're gonna have to find someone who's willing to adopt your drone airline, your drone airline for their
true.
delivery product. You know,
This
at
is
least here
true.
in the United States. That's how
Right.
it works.
Right. But we need to address the elephant in the room,
Well,
which were the
I'm
leak.
I'm 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 gonna get on that
Okay.
because there was you know Autel, right? Said there's some photos out there, this drone, this Titan drone now, that supposedly had some ammunition on it. The
Yeah,
weapon, it was
I'm pulling them.
the drone was weaponized or whatever.
Yes, I'm pulling it up now. And
And there's been a
there you
whole,
go.
yeah, Autel is claiming that these things are fake.
Yes, they would, and they do not condone drones being
Right.
used in war, a lot, just like DJI does
Yeah,
not.
yeah, being weaponized to do anything. And there's been a few other things that's been tossed around out there with both of these drones because
Yes.
there was you know some pre-orders out there,
Yes. Yes. Hey,
and
Angel. Hey,
we did
Angel.
we did actually have some photos of the drone. You know, um,
Yes, we do. I'm just saying what's up to people in the
but
chat. Hey, flying.
these pre-orders that was going on that I saw links to out there, because if you go on and you I went on and typed that up. Flying, flying, what's up? Yeah, they came up with these sites that showed that they were taking pre-orders, but I wasn't ordering the drone. I just wanted to see if it opened up an actual site, and it
Yes.
wasn't.
Yes, yes, here you go. We'd like to let you know that this is an Autel distributor. They are authorized to sell Autel drones, but apparently there was some mess up, and
Was it?
Autel is not so happy because this stuff was put out here by this company called Can Drone, and I only wanted to go into detail because I wanted to know something about them. But if you click on the contact us, and we were talking about scam sites,
Mm-hmm.
even though they're authorized to sell Autel drones, if you click on about Can Drones, oh shit, it works on this page. Hold on a second.
Oh,
Let
it's
me go to
working.
this. Let me go to the second one. This page works. I
Okay.
went to the other page and it did not work. That's interesting. Hold on, hold on. I will switch pages in a second here. Then and I was like, here it is. This is for the Titan, the pre-order page for the Titan. I'm
Right.
pulling up
That's
now.
the alpha I saw there that you
Yes,
have.
that was the alpha we're just showing. This is the Titan right here.
Uh,
According to them,
mhm.
this is an authorized dealer, but certain ads, there was a link leading to eBay, leading to eBay.
That was something else that was out there. There was a
That was a fake.
right to buying this drone on eBay. That eBay came up as strange to me off the back anyway. Like
Yeah,
that, like
yeah, yeah.
why eBay? Uh, eBay is not known for anything
Yeah,
like that,
Autel is not known to sell their drones on eBay unless they're refurbished or pre-owned.
and that would be by an independent party.
Exactly, exactly my point. I wanted to bring that up. But the story goes to say that they do deny all allegations of weaponizing their drones. They in no way, shape, or form endorse
Weaponize it.
Jeff Norman. I've had PC issues for the longest. I don't like the fact that I have to pay Apple to get my own music back and make an appointment if I lose my music. Things like that. Hey, Angie, Warren says Timu.
And Jerry,
Click that like button, guys, if you haven't already.
what's going on, Angie?
Warren says
Yeah.
Timu, Herman. You might be able to get it on Timu.
What?
I'm guessing the actual drone. But
Oh,
there are scams out there. And according to Autel,
no,
these,
you know what?
huh?
Tell them to go to Alibaba and get it.
Oh shit. How about Bang You Good? Bang Good. They claim this picture, like you said, was a fake with the
Yeah.
let's see what's happening. What I'm
But
gonna do is
we
I'm gonna
had
put the
some
link,
pictures though, Lawrence.
huh?
You gonna put the link in the chat? What's up,
We'll put the
Stevie?
link for them to go to Can Good and check it out. Stevie, how are you? I spent so many years loyal to PC. I was throwing away a lot of money into maintaining power systems powerful enough to edit 4K. That ended last year. Oh no, he's another Apple. He's another Apple person. I sense
How
it. I
when
sense it in his typing.
when you say systems to edit 4K, like I don't understand. You mean something that'll
Hey,
broadcast
Russell.
the 4K? Because you could with a piece almost any PC you can edit 4K video. I mean, it's what you can see on your monitor. It can drive
Stevie says he
it can drive
purchased a
a monitor.
MacBook Pro with an M2 chip, and now I have no issues. Well, let me explain something. We use M2 chips in PC too. It's Apple. You want to know what it is? I'm going to explain to you. I used to fix computers, PCs, and then every now and then I'd run across an Apple user, and it would cost me more money to fix that Apple machine than it did to fix a PC, first of all.
Well, that's because you have a closed system and one is
Hmm.
an open network. You can use almost any other part from any other to make that system work.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But App Macs are for people who don't want to know how large the hard drive is. I want to be able to store stuff here. I want to be able to do this. I don't care how it works. Just make it work, and I'm happy. Leave me alone. And when it breaks, I'll pay whatever it costs to fix it. Those are Mac users. Okay.
Okay, if that's how you see it, I mean,
That's
tell us how you really feel.
tell us how you feel, son. Let us know how you feel. It is worth it. I do understand that, but I'm used to something going
Mm,
wrong with my machine and taking the part out and putting a better piece in myself. You remember? I just had some work done on my machine. Remember, Herman?
yeah, I could tell.
All right. He got jokes because this PC guy is better than mine. He got jokes now. I have no issues editing with the MacBook Pro.
Mm,
Um, yeah, I get what you guys are saying. I just think that Apple shit is a way overpriced. You guys are just catching up on the phones.
no, but what I'm saying to you, the only issue that I can see most people having with 4K on a computer today
Mm-hmm.
is being able to see it properly.
Yeah, yeah.
Because either your graphics card won't drive it properly,
Herman,
or you don't have the monitor to see it.
my son, my son goes, "Hey, Dad, I got a new iPhone. Let me
Uh,
see. Let me see." So I'm like, "Well, let me see it."
uh,
So he gives me something as small as this.
uh. But if you slap it out his hand, he can spend 2 weeks with a broke phone before he can get it fixed.
His phone was as small as this. I'm like, yo, dude, that's the screen. He goes, I can see everything. I said, yeah, you can see it now. If you were 60 years old, you wouldn't be able to see that damn thing. I need to leave you Apple guys alone.
No, but
I
seriously,
There's
honestly,
nothing personal.
but
Huh?
seriously, those phones are actually good for older people.
The smaller phones.
No, Apple.
Yeah. Yeah, the smaller phones.
No, not because they're small, but because of how they function.
Right. You can press a button and say, Siri, what time is it? Siri, how do I get here?
Not just that. It's that everything is simplified and nothing changes. You see, like you can hand somebody an Android phone, they may not know how to. They may have an idea of how to navigate through it, but you can change certain things on it.
This is true.
You everything with the iPhones is just basic, and everything. And every iPhone is the same. There's nothing that's too complex with it. So
Jeff Norman says, are
when
you
you
saying
give them.
Mercedes and Lexus is overpriced? You pay for reliability. Macs have a longer
Oh
useful
hell
life.
yeah, Mercedes is overpriced, man, Jeff. Come on, stop it. Everybody knows that now.
Yeah,
Mercedes been
Herman,
overpriced for like the last 10, 15 years.
exactly.
Not more.
Let me go get something to make a drink. Give me a second.
You gotta go get something to make a drink.
Yeah, I'm bringing it back. So don't worry
You
about
go you go do that. You go get something to make a drink. No, what the hell was we talking about? The whole computer Mac conversation is crazy because I actually witnessed a whole argument where there's a bunch of nerds over at Micro Center. And it's funny because here we got guys that are arguing for Mac online to get the same damn graphics card to put in their computers
it. Oh, your
so
Air
they,
Peak.
so they can play, yeah, the hell with it, so they can play video games.
Yeah, I know. I
I
know.
mean, like, so where does it, so it's like, it's I don't know. The argument to me is crazy.
It is. The both serve a good purpose.
I have no
Both
problem
are
with the
good
computer.
companies, and both of them are jerking us by the leg. I just feel that I've always been a PC man. I've always been, even back when programming was easy.
See what you did, Jeff?
What? Those guys. What, he opened up a can of worms? Herman got a ghost in the room with him knocking stuff off his shelf. No, that Air Peak sticker is where it
You know
should
what
stay.
it is? Oh, you know what happens? I got a what do you call it? What they call it? The air purifier from hell. And it just doesn't like certain things in there, and it just starts kicking up air, and it probably is what knocked it off of them.
The Air Peak sticker is where it should be.
Well, I picked it up, but
Oh,
yeah, you know, yo, Lawrence, NASA is asking for names. You know, you remember how like before? Well, once again, they're soliciting names,
yeah.
to be included in an upcoming Viper moon mission. This
Yeah.
will allow, yeah, would allow, yeah, this whole Viper moon mission, and then taking the names that
Yes.
NASA is asking for. This will allow earthbound people on Earth, civilians, good old civilians on Earth,
Yeah.
to be able to get the chance, right, at being a part of the whole expedition to the moon.
We know from decades of
I'm
study that
sorry
the moon.
about
So
that.
you'll be able to put your name, right? Hold on a second, Lawrence.
Okay.
Able to put your name in the what do you call it there? To they'll actually have the names, right, inside this little
Rover.
inside a piece of the rover, part of the rover, of all of the people who submitted names.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think it's a beautiful thing.
Laser inscribed.
Yeah, it's in a chip that's it's supposed to be inside of the Viper. Um, I don't know, that little video that you were showing. You could have I didn't want you to show that with sound, because I don't know if I don't have clearance
Yeah.
for
Yeah, the copyright thing,
right.
but go ahead.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought that was a good little piece there.
Well, we know everybody's racing to the moon
Just
right
like,
now.
Perseverance and Ingenuity,
Mm-hmm.
where they were taking names,
Yes.
soliciting names for the name of the craft. This time they have a name. But
Right.
what they want is for people to solicit their names to be inscribed in it, so is that when it goes to the moon, your name will go to the moon with it. Right.
Right.
I mean, it's a
Right.
cute little thing. I mean, if you want to describe it as such, it's
Well,
nice.
this is
What do
the
you think?
but this I like it because this is the first time that we will be actually mapping the moon. This rover
Mhm.
that your name will be inscribed in will be responsible for mapping the moon and taking water samples.
Here we go.
So I like it. Why are you mapping the moon? You need to know where it's smooth, where there's water, where they claim there's a water source on the moon, whether it be frozen or under the surface, but they believe the moon has moisture on it. And this thing is going to travel around back and forth mapping the moon in 3D, as you
Who
see there in the
asked?
video.
Who asked? Why do you want to map the moon?
Well, they claim that the moon
Oh,
will be the first launching point to interstellar travel. So
well, well.
now,
Here's the thing.
yeah.
Here's why I say about mapping the moon.
Mm-hmm.
Why map the moon? Why not? We're humans. We're gonna try to go there and live that on that shit someday.
Well, as I was getting ready
Because
to say, the
because
moon will be a launching pad for interstellar travel, and this is what
right.
they are trying to actually do. Um, this video here shows the actual rover, and as you know, to send anything into space, it takes a lot of effort and a lot of control. It's not you. The video goes. I'll put it in a link, but they go on to say that it's not like controlling a
You might be,
joystick.
Stevie.
It's not like controlling a joystick here on the ground.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the thing. They had to make this thing able to walk on that, what is the simulated surface
Yes,
of
yes,
the
yes.
moon.
And this is actually, I
Now,
paused this. I
Now
wanted to know
what
what
I what,
this. Go ahead. Go
hold on a
ahead.
second, Lawrence, because what I was curious about was this: the last time we the last time they the last time the last time they okay, in the previous pictures on the moon, right, of
Right.
on the moon,
Right.
they had a vehicle, right? Didn't that vehicle work?
Yes, it did.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yes,
just
it did. But now they're creating a vehicle that's supposed to be able to cover all terrain.
and could
They actually
carry
use this
more
giant
weight.
sandbox to emulate
Hmm.
different surfaces on the moon. Of course, they're using a much smaller model here, but this rover needs to be able to climb over rocks. If
Uh-huh.
it gets stuck, it needs to be able to dig itself out. That's what this video this part is showing right here.
Hyundai has something that does this.
Hyundai,
Hmm.
I can dig itself out of
We did a story on it.
okay. But see, right here, under certain conditions, this thing still
But
needs to be able to move.
yeah, well, see, this video is like a few months old.
Yeah, but
Some of them are a year old
I
or so.
will actually post it in the chat so you can hear it with sound. This one and the other link as well.
Yeah, some of them
Hey
are over
Jody,
a year
what's up?
old of all the work they were doing to get this thing to move. Not only on that, just on that, but there was other things that they had to do too. It was other type of surfaces they wanted to get it to be able to move on.
Yeah, yeah. So I don't know if a lot of you guys know this, but there are 6 countries that are right now in the process of sending rockets to the moon to establish their section of land to start doing experiments, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, it'd be nice to see what happens the first time when we get there.
Yeah, it would. It would. And
I wonder if they
I'm
can
gonna
go
leave it
back.
at that.
I wonder if they can go back to the same spot.
Accurately, I believe they could. I believe they could. Or at least do a flyover. They should be able to do a flyover.
Flyover.
Wherever, wherever the flag still is.
Flyover.
Yeah, of
Hold on a second. You really think that flag is still there?
course not. But you can fly over where it used to be.
If that flag is still there, I'm promoting the youth. I'm promoting them going to the moon.
We're not going to get into it.
Because if you had left the flag here for that long, it'd
It
be
would
faded.
deteriorate.
The
It
wind
would
would have beat
it
the
would
hell out of it. It'd have disappeared already.
supposedly in the cold of space, it would have lasted longer. Who knows? I haven't been there, so I couldn't tell you.
Okay. Probably do real well on that Hollywood studio too.
Okay, next coming up, Herman, is
No, I'm
another.
just saying.
Yeah, no, I feel you.
I'm
I
just
feel
saying. I think it's a great because like I said, they'll be taking names on this until what is it? Until 11:59 on Eastern Standard Time, March 15th.
yes. So if you
They'll
want to
be
submit a
if you want
name
to
or
submit your name, please submit your name. Yeah. It's it's a
Stevie says the
100-day
aliens took
mission.
out our flag.
You'll be a part of a 100-day mission on the moon. It's making history for those of you who are interested. Throw your name in the hat. Why
Yeah,
not?
it's sort of like, you can name a comet and you can um
Hmm. Hmm.
dedicate a comet to somebody or dedicate a star. Well, now you could have your name on a rover up on the
Hmm.
moon for all that's worth. But okay.
Hmm.
But
Now,
this
yeah.
moon land is $100 an acre through Century 21. The flag is still in Hollywood where it was put.
Oh boy, here we go.
Here we go.
Here
But
we go. You know what,
anyway.
John? John. I try. I try with you. I sat here and I tried to hold my tongue on that one. And here it is. You had to spoil them all.
Boss American, how are you?
Don't
Welcome.
worry about it, John. I hear you. I hear you. Maybe, like I said, maybe they'll get there
Alex.
and then they'll have a vehicle that'll work this time. Because like I said, I don't know. I thought the last one worked. Why you?
Yeah, I
They
did too,
having so much
actually.
trouble this time.
I thought it did too. Hey, I'm looking at the playback of the video,
Uh-huh.
and it doesn't seem to be skipping as much. What's this world coming to?
Well, your computer,
Something's actually working for once? No, I'm
I,
just saying. I'm
I
joking.
don't know. I don't know what to
Oh,
tell you.
Tim Jackson is the awesome American. Tim Jackson, what's good? Good morning to you, man, over in Australia.
Tim Jackson.
I would have
What's
never
good, man?
known. Sky Control
Yo, Mars,
Productions, Aloha,
did you
over in
hit
Hawaii.
did you hit the like button, Mars? Did you hit the like button?
I always hit the like button before everyone. I'm
That's
programmed like that.
you can't prove that. What?
Can't
A
prove,
goat?
but you can't prove
How
I
did the
did.
goat get on the roof of this house?
Who, you?
No,
Oh,
there's a goat on the roof of a house on the news.
a goat on the roof of a house.
Yeah.
Okay. Alex Escardo, how are you? Hope all is well. Welcome to the stream. Good
Well,
day to you, Tim Jackson. Good morning to you, Tim Jackson.
what's going on, Tim?
Over in Hawaii, I know the sun is still up over there where Sky Control is.
Well, I know he's been able to get out and fly.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Dude flies every day. I have to say kudos to him because I've watched his FPV journey and he grinded hard. He was on a simulator to the point where the
Mm.
simulator didn't want him on it anymore.
Said he burned it out.
Yo, listen. He doing his thing in Hawaii. I
Oh,
wish I wish I could visit a place like that and when it's time to leave, just disappear. I
they
probably,
people
huh?
do that here.
No, but people do that here and have nowhere to go. There's a difference.
Where you gonna
Uh,
go over there?
What I said, like, you don't worry about it.
They don't want you over there.
Stop. Did you guys just hear what he said? They don't want me in Hawaii. Why not?
Whose house you gonna go and
Look, I
just
make
take over
friends. I make friends real quick.
when it's time for you to leave?
I make friends. Oh
Remember, you
shit.
just visited.
Oh shit. Wow. He said when it's time for you to leave, where you gonna go? You hear that? OG is the definition of hustle. I agree. You have to go out there and get it because it's not gonna come to you. Ain't
Man,
nobody
listen,
gonna give you shit. You gotta
when
go out
it's
there and get it.
okay, when you got a round trip ticket, right? When that day comes for you to get on that plane, you decide, I'm
Nope,
not
nope,
getting
nope,
on.
nope, nope. I'm cashing the ticket in and I'm staying.
You ain't cashing in nothing.
You
You just not gonna you just not gonna
know
go.
what?
Where you gonna stay?
You know what's funny, Herman, about that? As
Yeah.
much as I say I want to leave New York,
Hmm.
every time I leave New York, I can't wait to get back.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what it is with
Yeah.
all the craziness.
Uh-huh.
And you know
That's what
what?
it is.
Do you see what Tim
It's the
Jackson just put?
craziness.
You see what Tim Jackson just put? Come to Australia, where every 7 items out of 10 can kill you.
Yeah, it's not. Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Or at least think it can.
Listen, seed fall out the sky and grab root to your brain and shit, stupid stuff. I'm good. I
What?
appreciate the Australian.
Say you got to walk around with
Invitation.
that waist high joint, like if you fishing.
Uh-huh.
Huh?
Yeah, lines with lead. Show us your hula practice it right now in the live stream. Warren, don't
Here
even
we go.
start.
Here we go. Now, here we go.
Next to the next story. On to the next story.
Moving right along, Lawrence, because
Uh-huh.
Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by those guys.
Those guys. Salute.
But yeah, you remember DJI had the because we talked about the Titan, and we mentioned that how DJI, well, we mentioned it was supposed to compete with the Fly Card 30, and we
Yeah.
know that the Fly Card 30 had come out, what, a few months ago or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
month ago, whatever. We saw that, and but it wasn't released here in the United States. It was only over in China.
I remember.
Last month, the drone received its FAA certificate for remote ID.
Yes.
remote ID compliant. So
Yes.
now DJI has released this drone globally. And now the video that was floating around, I guess in another language, we finally got the video for you to see, or we finally seen the video come out in I guess in English.
Yes, finally.
Delivery to remote locations has always been difficult,
Can you hear that?
inefficient, and perilous. Today, we bring you a brand new possibility. Introducing DJI Flycart 30, an aerial delivery drone. Flycart 30 is designed for efficient cargo transportation, carrying a max payload of 30 kilograms with dual batteries, a delivery range of 16 kilometers, and a max speed of 20 meters per second. Delivery is now simple and efficient, no longer restricted by physical geography. Flycart withstands extreme situations and handles difficult operations, allowing you to confidently deliver to harsh environments.
Hey, boy.
It supports two payload configurations, cargo mode and winch mode, to meet varying delivery needs. Its spacious cargo case weighs the payload during the loading process to prevent overloading and ensure flight safety. Switch to the winch system if the drone's intended delivery destination does not have a safe landing site. Once the drone arrives at the destination, select the drop point with AR projection. A single tap automatically lowers the payload. When the payload touches down, the winch system releases and retracts for accurate, non-contact delivery. The winch system intelligently senses the payload and adjusts attitude quickly to counteract swinging. Even for long-range tasks, Flycart 30 is more than capable. The 20-kilometer DJI O3 transmission, coupled with 4G enhanced transmission and an FPV gimbal camera, ensure clear and stable live feeds under various operational scenarios. Flycart 30 also supports dual operator mode for one drone. Pilots in two different locations can transfer control of the drone with a single tap, extending the operating range even further. The aircraft is equipped with front and rear active phased array radars and a dual binocular vision system designed to accurately sense terrain with multi-directional obstacle sensing in various weather conditions, day or night. Its dual battery system features multi-level redundancy, hot swapping, and quick dual battery charging in parallel to enable continuous operations. In extreme scenarios, the integrated parachute will automatically deploy, reducing the risk of personnel injury and property damage. The DJI
We've seen what it has already. We've already seen the features on this thing.
Yes,
what I'm looking at with this drone, what I like about it, and it's not so much the big deal about a delivery drone. What I look at it, and I say to myself, I said, where would I see this drone being used? And we talk about a lot of use case scenario with these drones. I don't, like a delivery system, like everybody is looking at like Walmart and all this other stuff and the delivery, and everybody wants their pizza delivered or their cheesesteaks or something like that. But I think like something like, you see how Matternet is working with UPS with Wingman.
Yes.
I see it more in the use like that.
I agree, because
even like in ship use, like amongst like if it. See, this is the thing, probably so like with the problem. See, when we look at it, I'm looking at it from like the United States market, and with all the stuff that's going on with DJI, here we go once again, another tool to make your job a little easier, and it's not going to get used.
Well, I believe if they went through the trouble of getting the certification to fly here in the United States. Walmart is not only using wing drones. Excuse me, Walmart does use wing drones in some parts of the United States, but they've also made a acquisition Well, they didn't make,
Using,
sorry, that's
they
wrong.
have
They're not
their
making
own,
that position, but they are also interested in doing work.
right, but they purchase, they have a drone that they have of their own system. You know, DJI's drone and other drones like this, the Autel drone, if it's ever something that comes to market, which you did not show the pictures of that drone when I asked you to show the pictures of the other
Yeah,
drone. Yeah, I don't know.
I have them here.
But the drone would have to be picked up by someone who's doing, industry work.
Yes, definitely.
Pictures of
Definitely industry.
that's not the drone we're talking about right now.
It never yeah. All right, come on.
The Fly Card 30,
Yeah.
anything like it. I just think that it's you're gonna, when companies that are doing delivery, like at the level that guys are talking about deliveries, they're getting a airline that's covering all of the operation. You understand what I'm saying to you? This
Yeah.
is have to be where is that you need a drone in your workforce to be able to move stuff from one area, like when the military does things.
Mm-hmm.
Something like this is good. But
Right.
once again, like I said, in that usage, in that sector, military, police, whatever, fire department, this may never get used here in the States because
For that reason.
all the stuff that's going on with DJI. In other markets, yeah, it was fine when it was in China. They'll use it. They'll find a use for it. And then you saw them moving the solar panels, right?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I'm
See,
pretty sure
I could see
stuff like
something
that
like
can
that.
be right. But that was what I'm saying to a company would
Yeah.
have to buy it to use it in that use case.
Right. Industrial use case, not
Somebody,
delivery, last
right.
mile delivery, I should say.
Um, I wouldn't even say last mile delivery. I would say like more so in-house usage.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's already in our company. We're just moving stuff from one place to another. You
Right.
know, where is that? Like I said, in all these other situations where drones are being used, Walmart has their own proprietary drone that does this system that works within their system. Zipline has
True.
their own. They're an airline that'll work for someone else. You
Mm-hmm.
understand what I'm saying to you?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
Yeah, definitely.
DJI doesn't have an airline with this. They just have the drone.
True.
So
True.
somebody's gonna have to purchase this to use to work within their company, their organization.
Right. Which would include incorporating their ecosystem for operating this drone.
Well, you'll be using DJI system, but what the winch system, what they showed there in the video, is
Mm-hmm.
just like how now what you have with the footprint on the landing of the drones.
Is there, you see Warren put, is there unserved people outside the city centers that would benefit from this?
Well, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's what we're talking about. Like, see, like I said before, like there's have to be someone like how the hospitals and stuff like that need to have something, or like if they want to get into something like that. But then once again, it goes back to like what I was telling Lawrence. The Wake Med Hospital did a whole. They were the first ones to do it. With Dr. Gwen and their program of moving blood samples and other tissues and stuff like that around. Not Kleenex tissue, but human.
Yeah. Right.
Um,
I get it.
that was done with a drone airline. This is just a drone that you're gonna have to fly yourself if you
Yeah.
purchase it to fly.
Right. For
So
now.
yes, it
For
has
now.
remote ID, unless a company is out there
Hey,
that's going to
Charlie.
get into the drone airline business and purchase these drones to use for somebody else's operations. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
Unless
I
you need
do.
in-house to move stuff within your own company. That's what I see with it. That's me.
Well, we shall see. It's being brought here to to the United States,
Uh-huh.
and I wanted to see it here. I wanted to see it in operation. I wanted to see it in person with any DJI drone. You remember how impressive it was to walk into a DJI store and see an M600 sitting there?
But I'm saying, but who is going to use it? Now, I've met guys that had the M600.
Right.
You know, I often wondered why, but they actually use it to film stuff.
Okay.
It was a very expensive drone to own. I don't know. But Flycon 30, what do you think? What do you think, Lance? What do you think about Flycon?
I want to.
I mean, it's something
It's here. It's
out there
here.
for a minute, and now it's everywhere.
True. True. Now whether it will do well here in the States, we do not know.
Yeah,
I honestly, and I'm being honest, I could not tell you. But I'm glad that they're introducing something to the United States, which could also be used on the agricultural level, and from the agricultural. Hey, Big Matt, what's up? From agriculture to small delivery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like within if you have a company that has
Hey, Gary.
you know, area you have to cover, Gary, what's going on? And you need to move stuff around that way, you need to get it over there quicker than sending somebody to drive over there and walk over there and hey, zip, zip, zip.
Hey, Angel says, Lawrence, let's go to the DJI store in Paramus. Dude, the next DJI store I go into will be selling the Air 3S.
Uh-oh.
That's right. That will be my next purchase, the Air 3S, when they come out with it.
You trigger them.
Huh?
You trigger them, guys, with stuff like that.
What's up, Charlie? How are you? Drone Psych.
No psych. What's good, Charlie?
Thanks for coming in. Gary, this is no blanket. Hello, everybody in the chat. You know what, Gary? That's very slick. Now back to lurking. He says no blanket hello. When you see someone come and say hello to 10 people at one time, I don't do it that way, Gary. I say hello to everybody individually.
Uh-huh. How long is
That's
that?
how you got to do it. You got to say hello to everyone individually. So that way, if the stream host does not acknowledge you, you give him a thumbs down.
Really? That's how it goes?
I'm just messing. What's up, Gary? Hope all is well. Congratulations to Big Matt.
Who'll give you the thumbs
Big
down.
Matt gets a hands up. Congratulations. He got his new bird in his fleet.
Congratulations.
Inspire 2.
Well, Lawrence?
Yes.
Are you familiar with this dude, Fatboy Slim?
Yes, I am. Yes, I am.
Okay, well, guess what? I'm quite sure everyone has heard this already, but drone pilot was fined, what is it, over $1,100 for almost crashing into the Fatboy Slim. Yeah, the drone pilot nearly crashed into him. His DJI Mini into his, I guess he's a DJ, Lawrence.
Yeah.
Norman Cook.
Yes.
AKA Fatboy Slim.
Yes.
This took place. This took place a while ago, actually.
Mm-hmm.
Back in was it July of 22 on the 22nd of 22.
Last year.
Yeah, it's all the year before.
Well, yeah, the year before.
Yeah.
I'm thinking.
I watched that calendar. I guess while performing in front of over 8,000 people.
8,500.
Yeah, your man over on the beach there almost ran his drone into him. And I guess, I think they were really leaning on the guy. He admitted to everything. He made a mistake and he was just trying to film. He wasn't being malicious. The guy admitted to everything and they gave him a hefty little fine for, but they let him keep his drone.
Well, I want to get into this just a little more than just talking about it, even though I know it's chit chat. But the gentleman,
Uh-oh.
okay,
I know
had to
what
pay
happened.
$1,132 exactly.
Good.
I don't. It's 891 European money,
Tell
stone.
him,
I don't know what they
tell
call
him
it,
how
but
you feel, Lawrence.
I'm going to tell him how I feel because this guy not only was flying at a venue with a mini drone, but he goes on to say he put it in sports mode, and this is why he crashed. In sports mode, he thought he was moving back.
Uh-huh.
Wait, he thought he was moving back
Mhm.
and up away from the Fatboy Slim and the stage and everything. And in reality, he did not know the orientation of his drone, and he moved forward and down, which caused the drone to crash into the.
This
Oh, he tried. Hold on, hold on.
this is
Let me
why I say to you when
hold on,
guys
hold
say,
on. I have to find the correct direction. I don't
I
want to get
was
the story
doing
mixed up.
this, when guys say I was doing this and this is what happened,
Yes,
it
yes.
automatically tells everyone that you had no situational awareness of your drone, nor did you know where exactly it was.
Exactly. You are right about that. Okay, he put the drone in sports mode
Mhm.
to pull back and away
Right,
from the crowd, and in reality, he pressed forward and down.
right.
Now he goes on to say that he confused the joystick controls.
Uh-huh.
Now stop. He said he can hey, like pilot, he confused the joystick controls, but then later on goes on to say he was a licensed drone pilot.
That's possible.
It is possible if you do not have, what is that magic word, Herman?
Situational awareness.
Thank you. Thank you. That's where I'm going with this. That's where I'm going with it. Because had he had situational awareness, he would have knew what direction his freaking drone was faced in. Obviously, it was out of line of sight, or else he would have had situational awareness. And with that, I'm done. What made me laugh, Draymond says, he
Yeah.
pleaded his case saying that after the incident, he went and got his C1 and C2 license. Yes. Yeah. 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 I
Yeah.
say hang him by his toenails and let his drone fly around him and record it. You're right, Draymond. Hey, welcome, Draymond, to the stream. I know you were here, but welcome anyway. Um, we gave you a shout out in the introduction to your show on the 28th, just to let you know earlier. We were like, yo, go by and check him out. He supports everyone's channel.
What
But
I don't understand
it's
is that
true. He pleaded that if you are lenient on me, Your Honor, I will never do this again.
fly over another show.
The maximum penalty for this law, and I'm going to read it. Hold on. Excuse me.
Is flogging.
Maximum penalty for this law is an unlimited fine on summary conviction. They
Hold
can
on a second.
give any price and up to 2 years of custody if the case goes to a higher court. Now, when I click on the link and it says this article, here's the, let me show you guys. Why the hell am I
Hold on a
even
second.
talking?
Hold on a second. You trying to tell me that you could get an unlimited? They could just fine you every day.
No, no, an unlimited amount. And so there is no limit like 100,000, 20,000, $5. There's an unlimited amount that they could charge you and
Right.
up to 2 years. But here is the actual law
You know
in
there's
the
only a
UK.
certain limit that you can actually pay them.
And I found this on legislation.gov.uk. And
Mhm.
this is the actual law. A person must not recklessly or neglectfully cause or permit an aircraft to endanger any person or property. This is the law, plain
Mhm.
and simple. If you want to look through their laws a little more, I'll copy it so you guys
I
can
think that
check it
might be the
out.
law in every country. I'm quite
It,
sure of that.
no, I'm sure of that too, but just to show that, hey, dude,
Jack Rabbit, what's up, Scott? If I'm not mistaken, I think that that's the law in every country. I don't
Having
think.
a 107 doesn't mean you're the greatest pilot, Angel. I agree with you. I agree with you on that.
I just want guys to understand that here in the United States, and,
And we can only speak about here in the United States.
and almost no, and almost anywhere in the world,
Hey, Scott.
when you first get into something, you're green.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying to you? You're green. You progress, you get better. There
Yeah.
is nothing about driver's license,
Anything you do,
107,
a cook,
nothing that states that as you get it, you're an expert.
right, as you gain
All of
experience.
them were handed out to novices.
Mm-hmm.
Your driver's test is a minimum basic skills test.
Well, all I can say is,
The
I'm glad to
107 is a
see
knowledge test.
but I want to say this. I'm glad to see that they did what they were supposed to. They found out who it was. They
Mm-hmm.
penalized them, and that's the way it should be.
Mm-hmm.
Seriously. I mean, first of all, the fact if he was here in the United States,
Mr.
they would have
Dark?
made it look like he had a gun on that drone
Who,
because
Mr.
he
Dark?
missed, he barely missed. The drone missed Fatboy Slim and it missed people in the front row when
Mm-hmm.
it hit the stage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But the fact that the drone could have came down and bust somebody in the head and okay, it that's besides the point.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He shouldn't have been flying the drone over people unless he was authorized to do so. And
Once
he had
again,
situational awareness.
once again, most people
Hey, Steve.
that do stuff like that will always do stuff like that
Mm-hmm.
until something like that happens.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. I agree. But the fact that he thought he was pulling back
Mm-hmm.
and he was pulling back and away. No,
Means that
I
he didn't
Herman,
know
Herman, Herman, stop.
it
Stop.
means that from where he was standing,
Yes.
he didn't know where the stage or wherever it was at and where his drone was in relations to it.
Exactly. And I understand. He thought he was pulling back and up away from, and he actually went forward and down. Now, I don't know about you, but maybe he had a little smoke before he went flying and confused the controls because forward is forward, back is back, up is up, down is down. And I'm gonna leave it at that. I'm done.
Okay.
Stick a fork in me, I'm done.
Okay.
I don't see I'm not feeling sorry for the guy. Should I feel sorry for him? Maybe. Do I? No.
Okay. I understand.
And
Trust
on
me.
with the next. Wow, DJI about to launch the DJI Mic 2. They're
So
mass producing like well-oiled factory.
what?
They're getting ready to introduce it because after you
I
buy the
thought that
Mic
was
2,
out already.
hold on. Listen closely. They're mass producing it because after everyone goes out and buys the Mic 2, they'll come out with Mic 3.
I thought that was out already.
Typical DJI. The older I get, the more I strive to avoid situational awareness.
You know what DJI will do? Add a decibel to the same old system.
And then the Mic 3 will come out 3 months later.
And give you the same mic, and then it'll probably connect to something else with it.
Oh,
They're all work. They all work fine. It doesn't matter.
yeah, 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 definitely. A lot of those mic systems don't smoke in Canada. You have to wait 28 days to fly. Yeah,
Only if you think somebody's gonna be there to test you. Yeah, that's one of the most meathead things I've ever heard in my entire life. But you know what, Lawrence?
and Matt says, yeah, what's good? Matt says, sounds like he lost it. What happened when he lost his Phantom 3 that went in the drink?
Oh, yeah.
The story with the drone pilot that was fined.
Oh, Well, I mean, things happen. I mean, I often wonder, like, when people talk, oh, my drone just flew away. Because I had a guy over at Calvert one day. He was like,
Yeah.
I had one of those. I was like, yeah, what happened? He goes, it flew away. I was like, what do you mean it flew away? He said
Right.
it just kept going and going. I said, what do you mean it just kept going?
I don't understand that.
I
I
said,
mean,
did you do
I
anything? Did
understand.
you contact the company? Did you? No, I just said, forget about it. I said, you know, it could have bust
That's
somebody in the head when it finally came down, right?
that's really sad. That's really sad. Oh, yeah. See, Big Matt says he had something similar. The controls were backwards. Sounds like the way I lost my Phantom 3 Standard that went in a drink. Controls were backwards. Herman, you still there? I'm trying to
Well, you
maintain
said it was
myself
a
here.
glitch.
I'm trying to hold myself here.
There was a glitch,
Drone,
and it
drone came to
reverted to
life.
like another
Herman,
configuration.
here's Herman. You were there this day. I don't know if you were there, Big Matt, but we were all flying in for Rockaway along the beach, and we decided to go by. No, Big Matt wasn't there. We decided to go by the train bridge. And I'm not going to mention any names, but we were there flying about 6 or 7 deep. And the guy took off with his drone from the ground. I'm not even going to say what kind of drone, it doesn't matter. And he goes, hey, wait, whoa, what's happening? Wait, where's it going? And he goes, the drone is flying away. Okay.
Mhm.
And he goes, Lawrence, where's my drone going? Get it back, and slams the remote in my chest. And I grabbed the remote and I fly his drone back and I land it, and he recalibrates. You remember that situation? Two
It's-
times I've been in a situation. No, three. Remember we had a visit? Remember we had a visit from out of town? We were touring. Herman and I have a touring service, drone touring service, FYI. No, I'm just playing. Help me out here, man,
Don't
Herman.
ruin my night.
Yeah. We were flying. Herman says, do you know where the drone is? Now, I thought the drone I was looking at was the drone. This person that said, I don't know where my drone is, get it back. And Herman goes, do you know where your drone is? And I look around and say, yeah, that's it right there. That was Herman's drone. Once again, situational awareness. To make a long story short, Herman landed and I discovered that the lady's drone was maybe 100 feet from a building at night, facing the building, and it was total blackness. And I turned around towards the city because we were getting shots of the Manhattan, and I was able to recover a drone. But people have a habit, Herman, of giving me their controller when they can't find their shit in the air. I'm starting to see. What's up with that?
Well, you tell everybody you've been flying for like 40 years,
Yeah, but you don't give someone a controller. So
doing
what? If I couldn't recover those three drones
doing
and they
doing,
crashed, it would have been my fault, right?
doing live streams for like 9 years and shit.
Yeah, I know, man. I know. But anyway, back to
You
stories.
know, you gotta embellish a little bit. You know, been doing live streams for like 100 years now
Oh,
since
stop.
they thought about drones.
Visual line of sight, hit return to
But
home.
Lawrence, you know what the
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep pushing it until they come up with another one or give me something else. But for 10% off on all Nanook products, use Phantom Flight 10 for your 10% discount. Whenever
Yes.
I purchase a drone and it gets the seal of approval, it's gotta get a hard case.
Oh shit.
It
Give me a
sleeps
second here.
sleeps in a hard case overnight. Whether it goes in the backpack, whenever if it moves around in the backpack or not, sleeps in a hard case. Uh-oh, what's that?
No, that was the
On the moon
wrong.
now?
That was the wrong button.
Oh,
There
there
you
we go.
go. There you go.
Phantom Flight 10, 10% off on all Nano products. Check it out. They don't only sell drone cases, but you can get cases for your watches, jewelry, and all other personal needs for your firearms and rifles,
Your
pistols,
camera lenses.
cameras, gimbals, all kind of stuff they sell custom cases for.
Yes, definitely.
So check them
Phantom
out.
Flight 10, still good. Coupon code into
Check them out.
2024. There we
Mm.
go. And I am back.
How far back are you?
I need 10% for this minivan of drones. Big Mac.
What
I
you
was,
said you need?
I was,
You said you need a minivan to drive around with all your drones.
I need 10% for this minivan of drones. Well, I saw your picture, Matt. You was like, damn, I didn't go too far because this case is heavy. Carrying that Inspire too, yeah.
You know what? That's the thing what DJI didn't do with that case. I think did they? I think they did. Did they? No, they might
They
not have.
never put wheels on the case. They had the case
They
itself and
they
they had
didn't
the
do wheels on
backpack.
that. Right. They didn't do wheels on that case.
And I thought, I'm
I
sure
don't think DJI
Nano
had a
cases will
backpack
do
for
it.
that.
I'm sure Nano cases will do it.
Yeah, the Nano case has wheels on it, but I'm saying the Inspire original Inspire 2 case. I don't.
No, no,
I
never
think
had
it has
wheels.
wheels.
That I remember, never had wheels. I remember, if you remember Ben from NYC Fibero, he showed up at a few meetups with the backpack. There was another guy, that
Yeah, well,
Spanish
the
gentleman.
backpack was made by was that Low Pro.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But they never had wheels on their case, Inspired. And I always thought they should. Remember Billy Kyle was with us? He was
Mhm.
dragging that case that night when we were in Philly, all in Philly flying. Yeah. You
Well,
remember we went to go fly and people thought we were a band because the case was so big from the Inspire 2. People
well,
thought we 2 times they thought we were a band at the
even
museum.
the Phantom cases too.
Yeah, at the museum behind the museum in Philadelphia.
With the
The
wedding,
Rocky, yeah, the Rocky Museum.
yeah, when
Remember, the lady was
the
like,
wedding
"Are you band members?"
band members.
We carrying drones, lady. You had your case with the wheels. Billy Kyle had his case, his big case. Everyone had the Phantom Fours. Yeah, there was twice in Philly. Someone thought we were band members when we were going to fly.
Mm. What happens if
Why?
you get X Dynamics now?
Huh? What happened?
You get an X Dynamics and a couple of people that inspire and go
Could
out to
you
fly you look worse.
could you imagine?
Don't let them in here.
Right? Looked like
What's in the bag?
they came to start trouble.
You want to start trouble? You know, the one thing that keeps popping up over and over and over and over and over again is this damn reauthorization. And I asked this damn question because I've seen the question asked. Will the Senate finally pass the FAA reauthorization? You know, there's been some urges calling for it to be passed. You know, for that for the FAA's reauthorization to be
Well, if
passed.
they didn't, they
And
wouldn't get.
well, you know, this gentleman Stephen Cohen, he wants it passed. You know, this senator, he wants it passed. He's been urging for them to pass it. Um, I don't know. The House has already passed what their version
Mhm.
of the bill. You know, so I'm just wondering, you know, what's going on. Um, what we talk about, you know, the the House passing their portion of the bill, wasn't it? It passed what 351 to
Re-
69 the voting.
Correct, correct. And they had to pass it. It I don't know why our government waits the last minute to do everything, but I guess I do kind of understand it because I know someone who also does that, you know. Um, they had to do it. If they did not pass this
Mhm.
reauthorization for the FAA, they would not have a budget. They would not
Well,
be getting
see,
paid.
no, but see, that's what I'm saying to you because, like I said, the House passed it, and it was the Securing Growth. and Robust Leadership American Aviation Act,
Mm-hmm.
they passed that portion of it. But as far as the reauthorization, it's gotten two extensions. And the only reason why they push for the extensions is so they can stay funded through March. You know, or they be working without a paycheck.
Yeah,
We
yeah,
said
yeah.
that before,
But
and it comes up again and again and again every time you turn around. And there's now you got somebody else pushing for this to happen because we still haven't seen the the notice for proposed rulemaking for beyond visual line of sight.
I was just getting ready to mention that.
And if you don't have the reauthorization, we are not going to. So with
Well,
them working on, sorry, but not with them working on an extension just to get funding, they're just collecting money.
right. Well, as they reauthorize this new bill, this beyond visual line of sight is important because we have so many companies and businesses here in the United States that have just recently passed the beyond visual line of sight authorization, so they can operate here in the States. Like I
No,
said, I just don't understand how they wait to the last minute to do stuff like this, but it is what it is. I guess you don't wait until that last second shot jumper for that last point, that last field goal. I don't know
well,
what it may be.
do you really think that that's what it is? I just think that
They're overwhelmed. The FAA is overwhelmed.
no, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't
What
say that.
what would you call it then?
I wouldn't say overwhelmed. If you have to wait on if you got to wait on me and we're going through something for the first time, then I'm not overwhelmed. I'm just creating a standard that we have to follow, and we're looking to see how this is. Like most of this stuff is new.
Right.
We haven't done this before. If we crossed this bridge before, then I'll tell you, yeah, they're overwhelmed and they're moving too slow. But nothing's going to happen until their time. So if they're not ready to do something, what's the point of having it?
True. I agree.
You know, they're moving at the speed that they move because look, you still got companies trying to get the products that they or the aircrafts that they want to use beyond visual line of sight. Right. You don't even have the aircrafts yet. I mean, I understand, yeah, you need the water before you can swim.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? You don't want to have the swimmers before you have water. You know, I get
Steven
it.
drones. On a cloudy day, I can see my drone over a mile out. H plus visual line of sight.
What?
You can, depending on the drone, depending on the clarity of the sky. That's true. Do you remember I'm glad they made the drones gray because when you had a Phantom, Herman, you remember it was much harder to see a
Birds stayed
Phantom.
away from the white bird, though.
Yeah, that's true. That's true about that. The gray bird seems to attract them because it's the same color as a pigeon. Pigeon gray is the paint scheme.
Now, now I'm gonna tell you this plain as day. I don't care if you ground everything in the sky. I cannot see my drone a mile out. There are houses.
Yeah.
There are houses I can't see a mile away.
I get what you're saying. With a strobe on it.
No, I can see something flashing.
Right. That's true. That's true. But with a strobe on it.
Wow.
Jim's droning says, yeah, but your drone is 3 feet by 3 feet. If you Chaser, how are you, sir? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to Wednesday nights with those guys.
Uh,
I get it. I get it. It's
mm-mm.
all I can say is if you can, you should fly with your drone within visual line of sight.
You should.
If you fly beyond visual line of sight, you should have spotters. And
Really?
that's that. Plain and simple.
Is that what it is? I still think you need the waiver.
Yeah, you do for business purposes and
No, you still need the waiver.
yeah.
Fly beyond visual line of sight. Now that you know
Right.
what you need.
Well, this is where that part 107 will come in.
How?
I mean, sorry, part 108.
Yeah,
Part
but what I'm
108.
saying is you still need the visual observers
Yeah, yeah, you're
right
right.
now and the waiver to be able to do it. So that's that. Why?
Well, no, you're
Why you
right.
was
You're
interested in doing
100%
it?
right. Um,
I mean,
this
the company.
reauthorization, I don't see why it's always an issue every year. You know that? I mean, I can understand because as of recently, the head of the FAA had resigned, and then they had a temporary FAA in, and the head of the FAA went and joined the drone company, and I understand all of that, but you got
Mhm.
to keep paying these guys with the FAA. Could you imagine what mayhem it would be if
Well, I don't
they
know.
stop paying the FAA for doing what they do?
Well, you see, like I said, this gentleman, Stephen Cohen, the reason
Hmm.
what he's so interested in and why is that things need to be shaken up because we've had a lot of near misses inside
More than
the
enough.
airport,
You're
and,
right.
and this is with manned aviation against manned aviation. Forget about the drones right now.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that need to be cleaned up with this, and I said it before, and I'll say it again. You know, they're in need of air traffic controllers, quality people to do the
And
job,
pilots.
and airline pilots. You know, there's a lot of things that are going on that's involved that is somewhat beyond their control.
True. True.
But as far as their end is concerned, I mean, they're not going to do anything before it's time.
I understand that. I do
So,
understand that. It's just people tell me I have no patience. I understand I
okay.
have no people. I understand I have no patience. But damn, do something.
Like what?
I'd like to see the FAA come out and say, we haven't forgotten about you, commercial and amateur recreational drone pilots. I'd like to see the FAA come out and say, we're working on beyond visual line of sight and drone delivery. I Herman, just bear with me for a minute.
I'm
We do
listening.
stories on this. We do stories on this every week. Every month. We've been doing stories for this on this stuff for years, but it just seems the FAA is not moving fast enough. I'm sorry. That's all.
In what way?
Everything. They just got reauthorization, which means y'all make money for the next year and a half. Keep putting these drone companies through, Herman. Keep allowing them to fly and make deliveries. Do what you have to make this drone world work. I know it does. The FAA is not just based on drones, but that's my concern. They got the aircraft game down. Air taxis, drone deliveries, they need to be focusing a lot more. That's all I'm saying.
In what way?
I don't know. Because if I knew
So
the
then
answer,
how do you make the statement?
I you're missing my point.
No, I'm
I
not.
just
I'm going.
feel
I'm going. All right, go back to when you
I
was.
okay,
Hold on
okay.
a
I
second. Go
just
back to
feel
when you were studying. Go back to when you were studying for your
part
part
107,
107,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
You remember impulsivity?
Mm-hmm.
That's what you want the FAA to do. Just move something. Just do something. I don't care.
Yeah,
Do something.
I know. The
Show me
anxious.
the show me the heliports. All these vertiports that's ready for all of these air taxi. Show me
It's happening outside of the United
show me the
States, though.
market for it. But is it happening?
Yeah, yeah, true. It is. It is.
It's happening?
Outside of the United States, yes.
Where?
Oh, people are designing vertiports. They're
Where?
designing UTMs.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Show me where around the world we got these air taxis running.
Well, no, not right now, of course. The end of 24 going into 25. But everyone's getting certification. Everyone's doing what they have to make it work. That's my
And that's
point.
not happening here in the United States?
A lot slower than it is around the rest of the world, yes.
You really believe that?
Deep down, yeah. Write your local representative and maybe Lee
You
Zeldin,
really believe that? With the
Eh,
amount of stories that we do on it, and nobody's got them flying, no one.
yeah.
Hold on a second. The Olympics is this here, right, in France, right?
Mm-hmm.
They projected to have them flying for the Olympics.
Right.
Are they
Carrying
flying?
athletes to their events
Are
and
they
all that.
flying? Who's talking about? Those same companies were talking that pushed it back another year because no one's flying them yet.
You're right. You're right. They're talking 2025. I don't have any patience. I'm sorry.
We know that. We see that. Because you just want them to move on what? Anything. Just move.
Yeah, I guess.
Then when the thing comes down, you're going to be on the other side. You know, they should sue them people because that thing came down on their house. You're going to be on that side too, right?
Jim's droning gets it. The FAA is not behind the times. Maybe they are moving at their own speed. I know I have no patience whatsoever, but
none of the things that you're asking for is ready to be
are
rolled out.
possible, right? Because everybody moves stuff back.
We got drone in the box, right?
Yeah.
Who's asking for drone in the box on their site to be used? We
True,
got it
but
though.
you have a valid
And
point,
the drone
Herman.
in the box doesn't even need the waiver for flying beyond visual line of
But
sight.
hold on, you do have a valid point because everyone was supposed to be launching in mid 2024, end of 2024, and everyone moved everything back a year to a year to 2 years,
Because they
25 and
need money.
26. They're talking now.
Because they need money.
Yeah.
Because all those companies need money. The FAA is like, show me where you want to do. I'll tell you where you fit in. They all need money.
Yeah. 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 I agree. I agree. Hey, Angie, how are you? I thought it's good to see you still here. Ray of Sunshine, welcome to the
That's why they
stream. Hope
always
all
push
is
to
well.
go public.
Yeah.
They all need money.
Yeah, I know. I know. That's why they've allowed companies outside of the United States to join the stock exchange to get that capital up. You're right.
No,
Yeah.
those companies need money.
Yeah, I know.
Ehang and all of them need money.
Yeah, we don't want to talk about Ehang right about now. I'm not happy.
Because they need money. They're
I'm
not
not
buying that thing either.
Yeah, I know. I'm not real happy right now with my stocks. Okay. January is really a bad month for
Joby,
stock.
none of those guys are flying those things yet.
You're right.
They're meeting their goals to get
True,
them
and
to
they're
the
making
ground,
commercials.
but they're not flying them yet.
Yeah. Yeah, you have a valid point. I still throw mud.
Now you got to find people to get in it.
True, true, true. Investors.
Because now you're gonna say, well, I'm not gonna do $5 cab rides across the Hudson.
True. Yeah, you're right about that. You're not going to fly a $12 million machine for $5 and one person. I get it. I get it. I do get it. All right.
That I listen. I don't know. It's easy to pick on the FAA, and I see what's going on with some of these companies, and they all need capital.
Hey, Lake Pilot says E-Hang will prevail. Recovery Raymond says better sell off now. E-Hang falls under the ASDA. Well, I do know E-Hang is definitely not coming to the Western Hemisphere. That I know. They've already decided to stay over in Asia and parts of Europe.
They were actually doing better than a lot of other people stock-wise at one point.
They were at one point. That's why I'm saying I'm not too happy. They were.
No,
I
I
rem
just like I said,
I remember what I brought
there's another
E-Hang
few years
for.
before you see those things.
I agree, but I remember what I brought E-Hang for, and right now I'm looking at it present. Wait a minute, I can't see. I need to pull that window up. And E-Hang right now is $14.32. Okay, Lilium's less than $1. Archer's $5.43. Joby, $6.13. I understand. I get it. Like you said, people need money. They need money.
They need money.
But January is the worst year for stocks anyway, so I expect all of this to climb.
So
It's
you're gonna
not
buy
killing me.
more?
Huh?
You gonna buy more?
Yeah, it's just shit. Yeah, it stays cheap like this. I'm gonna keep buying. Eventually, somebody's gonna break through.
I would turn on the news and I hear E-Hang on a Lawrence Clark. I'm like, Lawrence bought E-Hang? No, he
Yeah,
just
yeah,
owns all the
yeah,
stock.
yeah. You say I knew him. I knew him. He had something there. We all laughed at him.
E-Hang goes belly up and own a Lawrence Clark.
E-Hang goes belly up. Lawrence sells all his FPV and DJI drones. Could you imagine?
Lawrence owns all the stock of E-Hang. I was getting it for pennies on the dollar.
Help the gym fund. Jim. Yeah, you're right.
Uh,
Could you imagine?
who?
It's okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Herman. I literally have no patience for. I want to see this in my lifetime, though.
You will.
You can understand what I'm saying, though.
If you calm
I
down,
want to look up and say,
if you calm down and relax, you might make it. But if you keep getting all riled up,
okay, you're right. You're right. I agree with
you
you.
might have an aneurysm or something.
I just want to look up and say, oh shit, that's an Archer. Archer
Oh,
drone.
you saw that the other day when it was flying last month over by the East River.
No, I saw it on video. I didn't see it live.
How much more do you want?
I want to experience this in my lifetime. It's a new change in tech. Okay, it's like going from black and white TV to color.
All I'm saying is this, and I said this years ago here on the
Yeah.
live stream about delivery drones.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I said it is because
They're not delivering your damn pizza.
I saw where the state of drone pilots were in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
God forbid we get delivery drones. I'm just curious to see how many guys are going to chase it with the Mavics and the
I don't see delivering drones coming to New York. I see them coming to Long Island, but I don't see them
New
coming
York.
to the metropolitan area.
That's New York.
But Long Island is much more sparse and spread out. It's much more spread out.
It's still New York.
Yeah, but I don't see it in the urban areas. I should say.
It's still New York.
Well, we will see. We will see what's going on.
What was it? A friend of mine moved out to Long Island, right? You know what he said to me?
Should have stayed where I was.
He said, "You believe this? I lived in Brooklyn all these years. Move out to Long Island, and somebody tried to steal my motorcycle."
Yeah, I believe it. I believe HF Norman, I'm sorry. Good night to you, bro.
Good
Miss
night,
Jeff
Jeff.
Norman saying good night.
Said, "You believe that? I moved all the way out to Long Island, and somebody tried to steal my motorcycle."
All right, well.
Well, you know what, Lawrence? I wanted to get this in real quick. There was a partnership that's brewing between let me see if I got these guys down. Spirit Aeronautics Systems.
Yeah.
SA. It's I guess they're and
Garuda. Aerospace.
Garuda, yeah, Garuda Aerospace SSA, yeah. They formed a partnership. Well, what is it? Spirit is a Greek manufacturing company that happens to manufacture. See, this one is right up Autel's alley. They manufacture uh rotary and fixed wing weaponized drones. And Garuda is Aerospace SI. They're where are they from? They're an Indian company manufacturer of drones for civil applications like DJI and
Right.
until now the Autel wants to fly bombs off the bottom of the
Damn.
Titan. No, I'm just joking, but yeah, these they're gonna partner up together to share information and to actually sell each other's drones, believe it or not, and work in collaboration on technologies and developing drones together. So that's a great little partnership they got going on there. What do you think, Lauren?
Well, any company that's for any companies that combine for the better of that technology is an advancement and a plus. Whether
Yeah.
it works or not is completely different. But the fact that and the gentleman that predicted the state of the drone community and the drone world predicted that companies would combine for the
Well,
better
that's been going
cause.
on.
Huh?
That's been going on, and I think
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
going to
And
happen more and
it needs
more.
to keep going on.
I think that's going to happen more and more, and I think that's why Walmart was it Walmart? Yeah, had went to Zipline
Yep.
for help.
Right. On how to do it, on how to get it right. Zipline
Um,
started out delivering vaccines, and now they're traveling around the world showing people how they do it and
did
how
they
to do it properly.
did they really start out doing vaccines, or
They
was it more so with
the
blood
testing,
samples?
it was the testing and then vaccines.
No, I think it was more so they started out moving blood samples to to
Right, for
areas
testing.
where they couldn't get. There was like two modes of transportation to get to some of these hubs, and what they've created in some of these countries like
Hey,
Rwanda.
Covation.
And hey, what's going on?
Yeah, yeah.
Some of the things
What
that they've been able to do and build out some of these hubs that feed other spots.
mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Well, man,
Well,
Chuck,
during COVID, they changed the world that part of the world because during COVID, there was no way to get a blood sample fast enough to a lab to be tested for COVID, and they were doing it, like you said. Are you guys talking about remote delivery and the stupid new DJI drone? We've been there, done that. You don't have to
we
hear it.
spoke on it before. I just, you know,
Yeah, we've been there. We've been there, done that. So you're lucky. You missed
I,
out.
I don't know. I think it's a good little tool. I just like I said, it's just that. But what's all going on with DJI? Here goes another tool that you've now sent to the states that may never get used
True,
for right purposes.
true. This is very, very true.
You know, I don't know. It's about that time, Lawrence.
It's that time.
You got anything to say to the people before we get out of here?
Nothing. Be safe, fly safer. Thank you for coming by to support us. Please continue to do so. Pass it on. Let your friends know there are two guys out there that don't know a whole lot, but know a little bit of something.
Don't worry about it, Chuck. You'll be all right, man. You'll be able to fly. But with that, what Lawrence is saying, I appreciate you guys for coming and hanging out with us. We thank you all for coming and stopping by and dealing with Lawrence's craziness. But
I apologize for a few of the rants.
no, that's all right. That's what the show is about. We bounce ideas and thoughts and things that we're thinking in the drone community off here. This is why I said there's no such thing as being afraid to speak, because when you speak,
I agree.
not afraid to speak, then we can learn from one another. But if we all afraid to speak, then no one learns, because if you don't ask why, no one knows why. And with that, everyone, I'll see you next time with those
Guys.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you, guys. We appreciate you all.